what are the big differences in your view between, the governing in the West and dealing with the reality of life in India?
I mean, the scale, first of all, uh, the scale of the problem, and at its heart, the financial scale of the problem, the inequality, and the nature of the inequality. So, uh, things like caste, the way Indian society is structured is completely different than American society, as you know. And some of the ideas that hold India back are deeply embedded and often hidden. So you have to. So I think there's a lot of sort of social change that is required in India, and a lot of these problems are different in different states. The politics of Tamil Nadu, the culture of Tamil Nadu, the language of Tamil Nadu, the way the Tamils think, completely different than the way UPites think. And so you have to model things around them. One blanket solution for the whole of India just will not work. It can't work. So there is in our government, which I think is completely different than the United States. Uh, there is an element in our governance system, in our administration system of control, as opposed to, we have a district collector as opposed to a producer, right? So our idea is always one of control. And I don't think people say, oh, this is since the British. I don't think so. I think this is historic before the British. The idea, governance in India is always about trying to control. And I think that's one of the challenges that we're facing now. The COVID disease cannot be controlled. One of the things that sort of annoys me uh, is the level of inequality. And this has been the case, in India over the last few decades. The level of inequality that you see in India, you simply cannot see in the United States. I mean, and so the type of things I always look at is how to sort of reduce this inequality, because I think once a system reaches a very high level of inequality, then it simply stops to work. I like Gandhiji's line: just go to the back of the line and see what's going on at the back of the line. This is a very powerful thing for a politician. It's underrated, but I think that's where a lot of the insights come in. How would you think about uh, going forward, dealing with this inequality? It's visible in COVID also. I mean, the way India is treating its poor people, the way we are treating our poor people, migrants, versus the way the elite is being treated, two completely different ideas, two completely different Indias. And so, how do you merge these two Indias into one?